Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to highlight a free-to-play game that's coming out very soon that looks awesome. It's been getting a little bit of attention recently, but it's out in a couple of weeks. There's an open beta right now, so if you want to jump into it and play it for yourself, you can do that directly off Steam. It's Splitgate Arena Warfare, and I do want to talk a little bit about that game. EA has also added 12 Star Wars games to Origin Access. Origin Access I've often touted as being one of the unsung great video game deals on PC. I know it's from EA, and that kind of makes people a little bit hesitant, but given all that you get with Origin Access, it's actually quite a compelling platform, so I'll talk that. And also, there's a lot of drama going on with Borderlands 3 right now. Obviously, it's an Epic Store exclusive for the time being, but there's now a new emergence with Claptrap's voice actor being changed, and Claptrap being one of the most iconic characters, maybe the most iconic character in Borderlands. That's kind of a big deal, and now you have David Eddings, who was the former voice actor for Claptrap, and Randy Pitchford, Gearbox, going back and forth. Kind of crazy how Borderlands 3 is still one of the most anticipated games of the year, no doubt about that, but it's kind of devolved into this shamble, and I'm sure it'll subside a little bit by the time the game's ready to be released in September, but still, a lot of negativity surrounding Borderlands 3, which should be one of the most anticipated games of the year, and it should be all guns blazing until the release of that game, no pun intended, but nonetheless, we'll talk that at the end of this video. Okay, first up, I want to talk Splitgate Arena Warfare. So this game is crazy. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter, and how I can describe it is it's kind of a cross between Halo and Portal, and yeah, I know that sounds kind of insane, but that's usually what people are calling it. It's an incredibly fast-paced multiplayer first-person shooter, so if you're expecting something a little bit more slow-paced and tactical, you're really not getting that. There's definitely some tactics involved in it and some strategy to the gameplay, but it's always quickly moving and it's always going back and forth. I haven't played too much of it, but it does note that it's trying to evoke the memories of the most revered shooters of the past 2 decades. Splitgate Arena Warfare embraces the classic and familiar feel of close quarters combat while adding a multi-directional twist that adds a never-before-seen spatial wrinkle to the arena shooter setting. You battle against up to 10 friends in online multiplayer or refine your skills versus formidable AI. It's noted that it is designed to be equally accessible to first-time and veteran FPS players with an infinitely high skill cap that will take players hundreds of hours to refine and master. It's built on Unreal Engine 4. It's done by 1047 Games, a studio you guys probably don't know about, but it is a group of passionate Halo fans whose experience and love for the genre transcends the typical development team. It does have a 1 to 50 ranking system, an equal playing field, and of course, it's noted that it is easy to play, difficult to master. And right away when you play the game, even if you just jump in for a quick game, initially, you are going to be taken aback a little bit at the nuances that are implemented in the game. Just try it out for yourself. Its official release comes May 22nd. Again, it's an open beta right now. You just jump onto the Steam page and you can download it directly. The game isn't too difficult to run. Minimum requirement is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 560, any dual-core CPU, 6GB of RAM, so if you built a PC in any recent length of time, like in the last couple of years, you'll be absolutely fine to breeze through this game, but a pretty compelling first-person shooter nonetheless, and I wanted to give that a little bit of a mention, given that it's free. You guys always love free stuff, and then the game will be officially released on May 22nd. Alright, moving on from that, EA did celebrate Star Wars May the 4th Day, or whatever they call it these days. May the 4th be with you, and they announced that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the single-player Star Wars game, will be getting its gameplay reveal come E3. I know EA isn't having an E3 press conference, but they are having that EA Fan Fest event, or EA Play, or whatever they call it. And I'm sure we'll get gameplay as a part of that. However, something you can take advantage of right now, if you do have Origin Access, you can enjoy 12 new Star Wars games that have been added to the vault. This includes Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Battlefront 2, that's the classic 2005 game, Republic Commando, Rogue Squadron 3D, Dark Forces, Shadows of the Empire, X-Wing Alliance, Jedi Knight, Mysteries of the Sith, Galactic Battleground Saga, Starfighter, Episode 1 Racer, and Rebellion. Now, Origin Access, the base subscription, is actually pretty awesome. It's $4.99 a month, or I would recommend just going for $29.99 a year. Not only do you get access to the Vault games, and by the way, there are some compelling games in the Vault lineup, but you also get early access trials to a bunch of games and a bunch of other incentives as well. Of course, they do have Origin Access Premier, which opens the floodgates to a bunch of other games. Most notably, more recent EA releases, Anthem and Battlefield 5 are in there. Darksiders 3 is also in there. There Are Billions is in there. Beholder 2 is in there. This Is the Police 2 is in there. FIFA 19, Madden 19, and Sims 4 Digital Deluxe with Dine Out and Kids Room stuff. That's with Origin Access Premier, but with the base subscription, which again, $30 a year, you've got Madden 19 in there, Sims 4, Unravel 2, Burnout Paradise Remastered, Battlefield 1, Need for Speed Payback, Battlefront 2, Away way out, which is awesome. You've got Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. That game is tremendous. Dragon Age Inquisition is in there, and I thought that was a rather good game. Batman Arkham Asylum, just a bunch of games, maybe some titles you already own if you've been in the PC gaming scene for quite a while, but if you've recently built your PC and you just want a wide library of games to play, man, Origin Access is pretty awesome. And then if you do want to play Battlefield 5 or you do want to play Anthem for whatever reason, you can sign up to Premier for $14.99 a month or $100 a year. And think about it, if you do buy 2 EA games for the full price of $60 a year, that covers the entire subscription cost, and you get a bunch of other incentives as well. Currently, Premier is only available on PC. Basic is available on Xbox One as well. And I just find it to be one of the better subscription services in gaming right now, given the Vault lineup being really good. I just noticed Pillars of Eternity is in there. There are just some hidden gems in Origin Access. Of course, you've got Crysis in there as well, so some really good stuff there. I know I sound like an EA shill right now. EA ain't paying me a damn dime, but in terms of value, I think it's pretty good if you have some interest in those games. Alright, lastly, there's been a lot of drama going on with Borderlands 3. The CEO, Randy Pitchford, is calling out the original Claptrap voice actor bitter and disgruntled, and the original voice actor, David Eddings, tweeted out this: "For the first time, I insisted on getting paid for my performance, and all of a sudden they couldn't afford me. Now, I'm not telling them how to run their business, but maybe next time they should put the $12 million payment from 2K in the Gearbox bank account instead, just saying." Now, if you guys aren't aware of what he means by that, there's a huge lawsuit going out about Randy Pitchford apparently getting a $12 million secret bonus check that went to himself instead of the entirety of Gearbox as a studio. Gearbox said that claim has no basis in reality or law, so who knows what's going to develop as a part of that. That's currently a thing unfolding right now. Pitchford himself commented on Twitter saying there was no force, he wanted it and reveled in it. The issue today is that Mr. Eddings is bitter and disgruntled about having been terminated. He was offered 2 times scale, he refused. I don't want him to do it unless he wants to do it, as motivation affects performance. Now, we don't have exact insight on the financial side of things. You could say that you're offering him 2 times the amount of money, but how much is Borderlands 3 going to generate in terms of revenue? Given that you have this Epic exclusivity agreement and there's a ton of money coming in that way, given that the game itself is going to sell a lot, you should be compensated accordingly. Now, obviously, getting a 2 times bump in pay, that's huge, but is that enough to also cover the fact that the game itself is going to make a ton more money than the past Borderlands games have made? And now Eddings is more of a known commodity. Claptrap is one of the most iconic characters in all of gaming. How do you really value that? I don't know. Getting a 2 times pay bump, again, that's very substantial, but I don't know if directly saying I want more money than that is completely out of line. A lot of you guys are going to think, hey, you got offered 2 times the amount of money, that should be more than enough. It's a lot more deeper than that when you think about it. Voice acting in gaming has always been a big topic, and voice actors getting residuals and royalties based on the games that they sold. I believe right now how it works, they get paid one set amount and then they don't get any royalties. If you think about it from other voice acting standpoints and acting and things like that, you get royalties over time. So as that IP generates more and more revenue, because it's going to generate revenue over a long period of time. People are still buying Borderlands 2 and the Handsome Collection at this point, all the way in 2019. When did Borderlands 2 originally come out? 2012. So the work for Borderlands 2's Claptrap voiceover, that was done all the way back in 2012, and they are still profiting on top of that. So you have to assess all of these different factors. I just offer you guys that information, but without any exact details on financials and numbers, which we never get anyway. You really can't go too in deep on this, deciding on who's right and who's wrong. What I can say is right now there is this air of negativity surrounding Borderlands 3, and that's kind of incredible because going into 2019, I thought this was going to be one of the easy slam dunk home runs for the year, but given the Epic exclusivity, which I really want to just stop mentioning, but even outside of that, given factors like this, there just seems to be a little bit of a negative stigma attached to the game right now. I'm sure that's going to be remedied by the time the game's ready to be released in September. Also, I forgot to mention all the microtransaction stuff that's going on. It's not too huge, and again, I think that the excitement level will shoot back up as we get closer and closer to the release, but right now it does seem like it's up and down a little bit. When I see gameplay, I get really excited. When I hear about a lot of the other factors surrounding the game, you know, it does temper my excitement a little bit, but that's just my 2 cents on the topic. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, guys, check out Splitgate Arena Warfare. It's a free-to-play game, open beta right now. I do believe the open beta period is ending soon, so just bear that in mind, but if you want to play the full game, it'll be out May 22nd, a completely free-to-play game. Origin Access has added 12 new Star Wars games, so give that a look, and a lot of drama going on with Borderlands 3 right now. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.